that's what we're pushing, helping families get out of debt and build wealth. Right. That's the goal, and that's what we're going to keep talking about. We're going to keep hammering it. What's up? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are checking out the TLG Live Studios. We're right here. We're back in the studio. But here I got, one of my superstars, newly licensed, but he's already killing it. He's put me in front of some great people already, and we already seen some folks. But he started off as a client. So I'm going to introduce him. I'm going to have him share and his experience in this last 3 days of boot camp that we've had here. And, he's been tuning in, watching, learning, feeding himself. So, Mr. Aaron Brock, what's up, man?
How you doing, Doug? Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, tell the people, how we met, and then also, you got your license.
Yeah. So,
what made you get your license? But go ahead.
So, I work in television.
Yes.
I worked down at, we had a show on ABC 7. I had Douglas on my show. Yeah. He spoke about cash value life insurance and the benefits of it. And it was something that resonated with me immediately. So that was back in 2019. We sat down, we went over my circumstances, we built a plan. And we've been executing it ever since. So I literally started off as a client.
Yes.
And based off the information that you provided me, we built trust, right?
Yes.
Because I said, man, this guy is actually giving me something that actually works, right. And that when it comes to finances, sometimes people tell you all types of things, right. But you actually provided me something that had value, real value, something so much that I even brought my family members to connect with you too. So that really built trust, knowing that, all right, man, this guy, what he shares with you is information that is actually really valuable. So
yeah, I appreciate it, man, because I know when we met, we actually went into getting out of debt.
Yes. Yeah.
And building wealth at the same time.
Yeah.
And you took advantage of that opportunity, and we knocked out a lot of debt using cash value life insurance, which we teach that, how to use it correctly.
Right.
Leverage it correctly, because nobody talks about that. Mm-hmm. And you're in the mortgage business, of course. You're familiar with that industry. And one thing that you even realized, and you told me, you said, man, we asked for cash value insurance on 1003 form. Most people forget about that part.
Right. And that's a lot of people, they don't notice that. And actually, I didn't notice that until you actually
pointed it out.
Yeah.
That's key. And one thing we're talking about earlier in terms of, because there's folks that do it, and you were sharing, something that, one of my mentors does a lot of is taking money out of his insurance and becoming a lender.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that world, because most people don't know that's a thing.
Right. So just being able to, the fact that you're able to, essentially secure your money, right, with insurance, right, because it doesn't lose value.
Right.
And then when you do have a, I guess a large purchase, you're able to then borrow from that policy and then buy something that is able to, make you money, i.e. real estate investment, i.e. buying a franchise, buying a business or anything like that. So just having that, the ability to secure it first is gaining interest.
Right.
And then now you're able to, buy an asset with it. But you're able to keep that protection of you're never going to lose money. You keep gaining on it. And like they say, if you want to build wealth, you want to be able to compound uninterrupted.
Yes.
Uninterrupted.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I love that strategy. And, that's something that I've been using for myself. And, because a lot of times folks don't understand that. Most people think, especially people like us that look like us, they think life insurance is just for debt.
Right.
But they don't realize there's so much value that brings. And I know, you were here for the last 3 days for the boot camp.
Yes.
How's that for you? What did you get out of that boot camp?
So what I got out of the boot camp, a lot of the stuff I've heard before because I was with you since 2019. However, I sat in a lot of meetings with you, right? So I've been in a lot of meetings, meeting with clients, getting the in and outs, the nuances, and it has really grown me my financial education tremendously by just, being in, hearing you speak with clients. Every client has different circumstances.
Right.
So it really has allowed me to grow by just getting you in front of people. But the event kind of it resonated with me differently because it helped me see the overall picture of what this company is doing with helping, Black and brown families, and just the mission of a company like this. And I think the mission and the legacy that is able to create, I think that's really what I got at this conference. More like, hey, this is something bigger than just an insurance company. This is something that can actually be pushed into the future and future generations. So we're doing something bigger here.
Yeah.
That's what I really received from.
No, I love it because it's important because so many people are slave to debt. They can't think outside the box. They're stressed out. They're depressed because the bill collector is calling. They're thinking about they're about to lose their mortgage.
Right.
They have credit card debt. So a lot of these things, you can't. I tell people all the time. I say at the end of the day, you could talk all you want about generational wealth. You could talk about all you want about all these things. But if people are stressed out about debt, they ain't going nowhere. They're not going to do anything.
Right.
So that's what we do. That's our crusade. That's what we're pushing, helping families get out of debt and build wealth.
Right.
That's the goal, and that's what we're going to keep talking about. We're going to keep hammering it. So I'm so excited that you decided to get your license.
Yes.
How was that exam?
Man, that exam was, you got to study, right? You got to put in the work. You got to put in the time. You got to get familiar with the concepts and things like that. But I think what helped me was having the mortgage background, so I kind of understood the process, and it made sense to me. But you got to put in work. Anything that you want, you got to put in the time. You got to put in the focus in order to get across that finish line. So
I agree.
But I learned a lot too.
Yes,
I learned a lot. So that was good. I'm happy I'm here. I'm here.
No, I'm happy you're here too, because we need a lot more people to join this business. Because a lot of people don't understand the power of this industry.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is the richest industry in the world, basically. And the U.S. life insurance company got more money than all the world banks combined.
Yeah.
So that's why I bet my money with them, man.
And then Doug, I was a little mad at me because you didn't, I
didn't
was
tell
in mortgages. You didn't tell me what what life insurance was doing. But now that I know, I'm like, oh man.
Because sometimes folks they like the sexy stuff. Real estate. I'm a mortgage broker. I'm a real estate agent. So we like, I call insurance the silent money.
Yeah.
So you just hey.
I didn't know.
Exactly.
I didn't know. But now.
But when you saw what's going on, you came to the office like, man. And then the more we talked about it, and then you brought some people.
Yep.
And you saw how they were reacting, like they didn't know.
Yeah.
That made you like, man, I gotta go take this exam and knock it out. And you did. You knocked it out quickly.
Yep.
So welcome on board to True Legacy. I'm glad you're here. We're gonna do some bigger things. A lot of big things. So I'm excited about that.
Very excited.
So thank you so much. Where would you like people to, that want to follow you and all that good stuff? How can they find you?
On Instagram, I'm Brockavelli now, but I'm gonna change that to Aaron Brock.
Brockavelli.
Yeah, Brockavelli. But I'm gonna change it to Aaron Brock. I'm on LinkedIn as Aaron Brock.
Okay.
As well. Facebook is Aaron Brock as well.
Okay.
And
yeah. All right. Hey, we're gonna put that link, Aaron Brock, on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll be able to find him. Follow him as well. And listen, folks, you're going to be getting a lot of content, a lot of, we're going to share a lot of stuff. He's going to be sharing a lot of stuff because he's a man of a lot of talent. See you all at the top. Aaron, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through. Yes, sir. And, it's a wrap.